So, it's been a rough week since Sony decided to rip my heart out and paint it black, give it to a giraffe to step on. They decided to release the A7R IV before the A7S III. 4/3 sensor, tiny 2-piece, evolved. They were up on stage bragging. They're just like, bet you didn't see that coming, huh? It's like, no, we didn't. Nobody wanted it. That's why. Who would do that? Who would release the A7R IV? It's the least needed camera of our time. So no, we didn't. Congratulations, you fooled us. You got us, Sony. Take none of my money. Take that. But there are dark secrets, my friend. Reasons why they released that A7R IV before the 3 and the A7000, and we discuss it today. We found some stuff. We found dirt on Sony. Our overlords are not clean. No, they do not shower.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So first of all, I had to partake in a bunch of stress reduction modalities just to get over the disappointment I had of that whole press conference. The A7R IV, that's what you release? First, I blame the rumor sites for getting us excited and lying to us. We thought it was that A7000 coming. We knew it probably wouldn't be the A7S III, but it could have been. It could have been. But what was all that explosion bullshit? There's like, oh, there's something in the press tag, explosion. It's gonna be an explosion. These specs are insane. You wouldn't believe these specs. Insane specs. I was reading the sheet. I had to pick my mouth out manually to keep the drool from coming out. I've been more blown away by common weeds on the street growing out of the sidewalk cracks than this Sony A7R IV. What was blowing away about that? I hope it blows away. I hope the weatherproofing, that's the best feature, because if I bought it, I'd throw it in a lake where it belongs. This is unfortunately a photographer's camera for photographers, and we all know photographers are demons of the night, and they're weird people. This is what a photographer sees in regular situations. He's in a grocery store right now. Oh, this is the perfect moment. She's elderly and she's buying her one banana for the week. They only buy them in ones. Which one's she gonna pick? Oh, she ripped it off the bunch. That's illegal. Okay, I'm gonna capture the crime. It's overexposed. The damn fluorescent light, they're flickering in the image. Can't sell that on eBay. You're a loser. So before we get into the real reasons that Sony released this stupid machine before the A7, before what we wanted, I do believe there's a rumor of a boardroom meeting they had about it. The decision was made in a meeting. I wish we could hear it. Alright fellas, we haven't released anything in a while. People are getting antsy. That's how we like it. Keep them on our toes, right? So we have 4 cameras. I know people are begging for that A7S III, but maybe we release one of the other ones. What do you think? How about we don't even release one of any of them and we make a new camera? A 4th generation A7R IV. Could you imagine the scrutiny, the attention? Boss? It doesn't make sense in a logical way, but go on. Why would we do that? Because no one wants it. They won't even see it coming. We gotta surprise people. People see, oh, the A7S III, we knew it was coming, and then nobody buys it. This one though, it's like, what? I gotta see this thing. Won't that screw up our whole system, releasing a 4th generation before the 3rd of the other 3? Can we do that? We can do whatever we want. We're Sony. We have money. PlayStation money. We can do it. We'll release the A7S IV. No, 5. We'll call it the A7S V. People won't know what hit them. Tom, even though you're wearing a pink shirt and the buttons are misaligned quite badly by 2 rows, that's embarrassing. Huh? It's a good idea, and you can't argue with truth when you have a good idea. So let's roll it out. Sony, we know that 80% of your company are demons who drink blood from crickets. You cricket blood bitch. So here's the reason they did this to us. And on the outside, it looks stupid. You release a camera that wasn't needed. We have a bunch that are needed. What is lacking from the Sony line right now? It's video features to keep up with the big boys, like the Panasonic 10-bit. You're looking at it right now. This is 1080. All I want is 1080 10-bit. I don't even care about 4K 60p and all that stuff. I need 10-bit though, so I can push the colors. What, you think this just makes itself on an 8-bit file? You think I could get away with this? Of course I couldn't. This is beauty. Beauty personified. You're blown away. The A7R III was perfectly adequate and nobody was really caring about an upgrade. We want video features and then they give us the photo one first, but here's my theory. They had to do this because the Sony A7000 and the A7 III coming are going to have these awesome video specs, 4K 60p, 10-bit everywhere. At least 10-bit, 1080p, give it to me. Give it to me hard. I was definitely gay in a past life. That's all we know for sure. I got an eyelash. It hurts. I pulled out like 50. None of them were the one. So imagine Sony releases the A7000, 4K 60p, 1080p, 240 frames per second, burst speeds, frickin' burst speed in video of 90 frames per second in 4K at 6-bit. I would buy it. Then they released the A7 III 4K 120p, 1080p 9000 frames per second, 12-bit raw, unfolded footage compressed by an elf system of beings who are delightful. They sprinkle it with fairy dust. You can't remove it from the clips. It's just fairy dust everywhere. It's really annoying, but it works. So imagine we got these two super being bodies, cameras that just the gods dare not dream of making. And then you release the A7R IV generation machine with muted specs, 4K 30p with a what kind of crop? You got the same crop as in here. You're a micro 4/3 bitch. Full frame lies in a micro 4/3 kid of a bullied kid bitch body. Realize that the A7R IV in this same crop does 30p, 4K 30p, 8-bit, like 100 megabytes. This thing does 10-bit, 400 megabytes. My memory card can't even read it, can't even handle it. It's like all this information is like, I can't, what am I gonna do with this? I can't. So that's my first theory. They had to release the worst camera first, so lest they not embarrass themselves later on when the superhuman machines come. The other reason they did this was clearly to dig into Fuji's medium format territory and pee on the fence. They did it. They peed on the fence of life, and we were all there to witness it. If I'm being honest with you, it's a bit of a dick move, Sony. They do it. I think they analyze the market, their competitors, and they just go to destroy. It's like, oh, they're making sales here. Cut them. It's a low integrity move, Sony. How about instead of trying to bring others down to your level, because you're not happy inside, you lift them up, and then you get inspired by their happiness. Why don't you do that? We're all in this together. There's no competition here. Just us working together, selling cameras, capturing pictures, loser photographers just chasing squirrels and shit. Like we've never seen a squirrel before. But they still take the pictures. Their long ass lenses they can't even carry. Got cartilage discs misplaced. Sad to see. So those are the two reasons they released this demon bitch of a camera before the other ones that we wanted. Save themselves the embarrassment of their better cameras coming, and cut into Fuji's territory, peeing on them like a dog would, a pigeon, just to show its dominance. So where does this leave us now? We're waiting. We're still waiting for things to be released, and unfortunately for us, it looks like they're going to release another RX camera. That's going to be the next one. The next least desired camera. I had to slap a kangaroo and watch him kill me after. They're tough. They stand up on their back tail and then scrape your innards out. What did you eat that day? Everybody will know, because they'll be out on the floor. Don't fuck with kangaroos. Rumor has it David Ostler wrestled a kangaroo with his bare hands. What accent is what? He was riding his bike to a photo shoot. Kangaroo right there. Is this Australian or some type of Norwegian handicapped fellow that we're speaking with right now? I'm gonna move along. So if it is an RX series camera, I fear the worst. The least desirable of the RX series would be that stupid RX 10 bridge, frickin' bridge camera to San Francisco. If we get that, I will throw up. If they release an RX 10, no lens change, just improved autofocus. The menu system is backwards now. It's heavier. The screen articulates less. Just not all the way up now. And it pivots. Freaking pivot screens. That would be my deepest fear in life. If, though, on the other hand, they release an RX 1 series, full frame, we could have some fun there. I would change the 35mm to a 28, f1.8, flip up screen. I'd like it on the side, but we know you're not going to do that. And put your boss level stabilization in there. Why can't you do that? It's not E-mount. It's different. It's a special lens for that camera. It's not interchangeable. So put the boss system so the sensor and lens moves together. Put a mic jack in there. Hot shoe on top. Put your stupid Sony mic hot shoe thing. That thing is dumb. You can't boom it. It has to be on the hot shoe. How stupid is that? I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to do ASMR. Dandruff-based ASMR. That would actually be something I'd be interested in buying, because I don't need a bunch of lenses. I want one camera and one lens just to do videos like this. And I debated on the perfect focal length. I think it's 28mm. I really do. This, right now we're at like 20.5mm with the 1.8 crop. It's a bit wide. It's a bit much here. Oh, we're vignetting. We are vignetting hard. Oh, the exposure has, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, my show is taking a tumble. Why, hello. As long as it doesn't overheat, I'd be happy with it. And I would film 1080p in it, 24p. They're not gonna take it out like Canon. They're not crazy. They're crazy, but not Canon crazy. So I'd be happy with that camera. I hope they release it. If it's an RX 100 series, they have one chance to win my heart. You have to make it a wide angle zoom, 18 to 50, like the Nikon promised us. If you do that, and you add a mic jack in there, now we're talking. You're talking my language, Sony. If you stick to that 24 to 70 loser shit, nobody needs to zoom out to the mountain. You can't even reach it anyway. The wide angle for vlogging, 24mm is too short. So it's all head, it's ego based. It's this. This is what you want to do. So that's what's on the horizon. A7000 could be a myth. Might not even exist. A7 III, when's that coming? Is it coming? Is it gonna have 6K? I don't even care anymore, stupid machine. I hate it. I hate that camera. What do you name it though? You can't name it the A7 III now. And then, oh yeah, the 4, and then the 5 comes out, and then you're overlapping, oh, the A7R IV and the A7S IV. So they have to jump to the A7S IV or A9S. Those are the only two logical options. A7S III is dead. It got jumped. Jump skipped like a game of hopscotch. So I think that's about it. What do you think's coming next? An RX series? What would you want if it is that? Will we get the A7000? And do you even care anymore? After a while, you tease us long enough, it's like we're dead inside because of it. We go numb emotionally. That's what you've done to us, Sony. And it's unfortunately, but if you want to bring your emotional heart back, you just put a Camera Conspiracies shirt on. They're available down below. There's links for your purchasing pleasure. I'm gonna leave after you subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. What the hell happened to that exposure? How dare you whiten my heart when I dab?